Hello and welcome to the June 2026 edition of Coffee and Gulasch at the National Czech and Slovak Museum and Library in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Each month we try to bring you updates of what's going on and entice you to make sure you come and visit us, because we are the only National Czech and Slovak Museum and Library in the United States, and we are so proud of it, and we want to keep you updated. So with our edition today, we've got two great guests, and our first one is our Major Librarian, Mr. Dave Molina. Dave, what's new in the library?
Well, it's summer, and so we're seeing a lot of traffic these days. That's typical. Usually after, spring warms up a bit, people are willing to travel a little more, and so that helps our visitation here. And people are looking for all sorts of things. Had a couple in this morning. It was a mother and her daughter. They were looking for more information about their Slovak heritage, and they came prepared. They made an appointment, which we always encourage, and because that way we can help them better. We walked through a number of resources that they may want to look at to get more detail about their Slovak ancestry, especially from those resources that are available abroad. Many of them are available through the various websites that the Slovaks and Czechs maintain. So part of it's just an educational process of walking through what may be relevant for their particular purposes. Each family story is kind of unique to itself, and people are in various stages of doing their research. So we just kind of ask them to come with as much information about their family heritage as possible, so that we kind of see where their strengths are and their knowledge, where their gaps are, and kind of just go from there.
Well, that's great. So you are able, with your colleague here, Anna, to help people locate, connect to their genealogy, and give them more resources. You have a computer database.
Right. Yeah.
And so to make an appointment, how do they do that?
Yeah, so definitely reach out to us either by phone or by email, and then just set up a time with us. We always ask them, again, to come prepared with as much information as they have, family stories or, anything that may be written down. All that helps. And then, then we can kind of go from there. It's first is just kind of a listening time period to find out what they're trying to accomplish, where their stumbling blocks may be, and just kind of and going from there.
Well, so that number is 319-362-8500,
or library at ncsml.org. So
okay.
So either way, that can be a good way to contact me. Library will go both to me and my colleague Anna.
Great. And again, for people that are really trying to find out, maybe they think their great-great-grandmother is Czech or great-great-grandmother was Slovak, a real way. I know that to find out and connect, last year you had a lady here who just couldn't get enough of it. She was here for 2 days, I think, and she said, I never realized, she was Slovak, but so close to the Hungarian border,
right,
and to be able to find all that out. And she said the 2 days she spent here were amazing.
Yeah. So we do give that specialized kind of attention to our visitors. So that's one of the things that we offer to our public.
That's great. And again, by becoming a member of the National Czech and Slovak Museum and Library, you can see all these great resources. And again, a look at our membership. It's a great way we get put out 2 great newsletters every year, 2 great journals every year, and you can find out some of the great work that both our library and our museum are doing. So what else is new in the library?
Yeah, so we have a new intern working with us this summer. She is a student at the University of Iowa's School of Library and Information Science, and she's here for the summer doing an internship. And what she's working on is documenting our collection of, or a large collection that we received 2 years ago of player piano rolls. And I've got an example here to show. It's always good to have show and tell.
It is, indeed.
But so player piano rolls were very popular in the 1920s and 30s. And it's really kind of a unique format. It's specifically American. I'm not aware that the Europeans were using this, but really when we So we open it up here, and you can see here it has these perforations. It's really kind of cool. It's kind of a form of coding in a way. When you think back into the 50s and 60s where we had punch cards with the
Yes.
old IBM mainframes.
Oh, that's
it's
right.
kind of similar in a way to that. But each perforation corresponds to a key on the piano, and so so when it hits that little part, it actuates one of the keys on the piano and then plays. So and then this is so basically this is a big roll, a scroll of this, and it will be like a 2 to 3 minute tune that plays. And so and there were various manufacturers of these rolls. This particular one is made by QRS. Which was one of the major players, if you will, in the player piano roll market. And this particular tune is it's Zvadla Ruja, Faded Rose.
Faded Rose.
So
right.
anyway, the neat thing too is that this arrangement was done by Josef Jiran, who was a publisher of Czech music here in America. So this one was so that's kind of neat, but these people were entrepreneurial and establishing these companies and such to entertain these immigrants and their descendants. And so each of these have like a label on them. So here, again, it's just this is an American company, but they were marketing to these immigrant communities because there was a market for it. And that goes the same with all the other recorded music we have. We have Columbia and Victor 70 RPM records. They had their ethnic sections in their catalog to serve that market, and the same with the sheet music too.
So you have this whole collection.
We do.
And you're right now this summer the intern is going to be categorizing that?
Yeah, so this collection came to us 2 years ago from an avid collector of it, Mike Kukrall. And so he was downsizing, and he knew that we collected these materials, and so it's over 200 rolls. So basically kind of doubled our collection, our existing collection. But our intern is going to be integrating these into our existing collection. So she'll be doing database entry. She just finished up kind of segregating and organizing all these according to these labels, QRS or US and so forth. But and then so she's going to be doing data entry, and then we'll merge it all together, and then we'll merge all these other roles into one unified collection too. So that's part of making these materials readily available for use and research purposes. And so yeah.
That's why you've said two such important things. One about the student interns, so there's a lot of opportunity here for student internships, and with our library, with our curator, with our education team. So there's lots of opportunities. That's great. And number two, you talked a lot about a music collection, sheet music records, now these piano. So that which is a great segue into how can I'm at home, I'm cleaning my house this summer, I have stuff from my grandmother and great grandmother. What do I do if I think you might like it?
Yeah. Don't put it in the dumpster. That's part of my role here is preventing these things from ending up in the trash. So so what we recommend is if you identify these things, maybe you're downsizing, maybe you have a family member who passed on, but you value these things as being part of that Czech or Slovak identity, that experience, and so we recommend you reach out to either me or Anna. Use that library at ncsml.org email address, or give us a call, and we can walk you through the process. And really, like with books or periodicals, we ask you to either create a list or sometimes take pictures of the title pages so that we know kind of what you have to offer. Phonograph records and is really simple. It's just the name of the label and the record number, because we have our own system here that can tell us whether we have that in our inventory or not. And then, but other things might be more unique, like pictures or handwritten letters and that sort of thing. So trying to describe what you're the best you can, what you have there. But from there, we can make our selections. We're not going to accept everything. We just don't have the room for it, especially when things are duplicates. But we do offer a list of other libraries in North America that collect, these more mass-produced kind of things, like books and periodicals and so forth, that other libraries here in the U.S. do collect. So, we're not the only place, but we're trying to, fill in gaps in our collection at this point. We celebrated our 50th anniversary back in 2024. So we have a fairly mature collection, but we're always adding new content, but we're just being more selective about it today.
And you have a fairly large content of sheet music, I know.
Correct.
And so if people have sheet music at home, that's another one that we can always add to.
It's not just books and periodicals.
Right,
Yeah.
and newsletters. And also if communities that are of Czech or Slovak ancestry, if they're closing down a church or if they're closing down a fraternal group, be sure to contact you, right?
Definitely, yeah. We don't want these, we don't want these things to end up in the dumpster. We understand that kind of that Czech and Slovak American context, and the organizations that all these immigrants created. You would be amazed at how many organizations that these immigrants created, and they issued their own periodicals, and then they issued their own, or like churches, they'll issue like an anniversary publication. So, that's a great way to document these communities, and we don't want to see these things, lost forever.
And that's a great way, especially during this anniversary of America of 250, that we can add that Czech and Slovak footprint that was so important, in the 1800s and 1900s, and even before that, but we're really interested in that 1800.
Right, and that's a good segue to talk about our conference that's coming up.
Great, talk about it.
So my colleague Anna and I, and as well as Cecilia, are working on a conference that will be in September, mid-September. More information will be about it on our website. But we are taking that theme of Czech and Slovak footprints in America, and as part of the America 250 celebrations that are going on. And so we're trying to highlight different aspects of the Czech and Slovak American experience through presentations by either scholars or subject matter experts on a variety of topics that are relevant to that theme.
I'm so happy you're doing that and taking the leadership role on that because, we used to have a group called Czechoslovak Society of Arts and Sciences, and we'd have a conference every other year in the United States. So this is really an incredible opportunity to provide for scholars, for even the general public, and for our members, and for to really learn and hear some keynote speakers that you really bring in that are great.
Yeah, we'll have 2 keynote speakers for this conference, and then we'll have other panels that will have other, like 2 to 3 people per panel about various kind of different
What are those
subject
dates
areas.
again? 15th?
15th, 16th, 17th, I think.
Right.
Sorry, I should know better.
Well, no, that's okay. The 18th is our Brunast, so it's right before.
Yeah.
And we're going to have some great talent before then, during the conference and before as well. So check out our website because we have some Slovak composers that are composing some original music for us, and then we have some singers coming.
Right.
And so it'll be a full program that 3rd week of September. So mark your calendars, stay tuned. And talking about America 250, I have to talk about this.
Got some bling.
Yeah, this is a flame, but it is from our store, and it commemorates America 250, a limited edition. Less than 100 of these have been made in the Czech Republic, and they really are commemorating our 250 and those footprints. This is the flame of the Statue of Liberty, and it really talks about us.
And I bet Madeline Albright would have collected one of those.
Well, it was her idea that we do this. In 2019, when we started our gala, I called her and I said, Madeline, would you come to our Secretary Albright, would you come to our gala? She said, I'd love to, but I'm writing my book, finishing my book. But she said, why don't you start having a pin for each gala? And so she was the start of this. And this is our 6th one.
Very good.
Yeah, so see, we're keeping.
So that's her legacy
That's
for
her
us.
legacy.
One of her legacies.
And you can get these in our store. Just call our store and they'll be happy to ship one out. But they really, and so this conference will really be an opportunity for people, not only scholars, to come together, to come to the museum, and then on Friday, the 19th, we're having our Brunast. So they can spend that whole week here and learn a lot, enjoy a lot of good music, and then have a Brunast, which is a food and beverage. It's not just beverage, food and beverage.
It's always, we throw a good party.
We do, and Brunos is always a special one. And so, any last words about what's going on in our library?
You know, I just encourage people to visit us. You know, my colleague Anna last time talked about an antiquarian book exhibit that we have available here. That's going to be available through the whole summer here. We also have an exhibit of framed certificates as well that are from our collection. So, you know, they're very ornate. And so just unique, and it's an excellent way to kind of, again, share that kind of unique documentation of the Czech and Slovak story through these certificates. And they're issued by these various organizations, or they were, you know, issued to people for, you know, honoring them in some certain way. But anyway.
They're beautiful. I was going to commend you. Don't you have one of Eugene Sermon?
We do. One that was issued to him, and so in Slovakia.
Yes,
yes. But, you know, we're pleased to have that as well.
Yeah, so please come and visit the library, and when you're here at the museum, don't forget to come and please visit our library. Dave, thank you. We'll see you in a few months.
Very good. Plan on it.
Thanks for all the good work you do. My next guest today is Sylvia Urban. Hi, Sylvia.
Hi, thank you.
Good to have you. Sylvia is one of our education specialists, and we're thrilled to have her here as we talk about all the things that are going on this summer. So, Sylvia, we're in June. So what's going to happen in June?
So we have lots of interesting programming that we're working on for the people to come attend at the museum. We are going to start with our Czech language classes, and so these will take place in June 22nd through 25th. And these are taught by Kristina Horáčková. And so she's a native Czech speaker, which obviously is a very big advantage when you're trying to learn Czech. And she's teaching in Tomáš Garrigue Masaryk Czech School in Chicago right now. She's a Czech language lecturer. She has an extensive, you know, experience over 14 years of teaching. She has some great lessons that she got ready for people. And so we switching up the structure a little bit this year from last year. Last year we had a combined in-person online class. So we're doing it differently this year. We're going to have, we're going to start the day with the youth classes. So the Czech language classes for youth, these are going to be from 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. And we still have some spots available for kids to sign up. So, you know, if you have a child, grandchild, and you're looking for a meaningful way for them to learn the Czech language, and, you know, whether they already have some experience with Czech language, if they, you know some Czech or not, this is an excellent opportunity for them to learn some. And then we're going to have our adult online segment, so adult online classes. And so I'm very pleased that these are officially sold out now. So you cannot no longer sign up for these, but if you're one of the people who signed up for one of these, be on the lookout for, you know, for an email that would come from us or Kristina herself. We'll see. She wanted to hold a brief 15-minute orientation, you know, prior to the class taking place. So, you know, if you signed up for these classes, so just keep checking your emails. You'll see some instructions come soon. And so these are noon to 1 p.m. and they're sold out. And then we're going to have our adult in-person classes. And so these are, again, you know, June 22nd through 25th. So it's Monday through Thursday and 5 to 7 p.m. in the evening.
So there's still room for the adults in person? In person.
Youth in person, still a room for some people to sign up, some kids to sign up. And so the kid ones, we recommend these for kids 7 and up.
Okay, 7 and up.
7 and up, and we still have some spots available for the adult in person.
And so for the adult in person is in the afternoon and evening? Just evening.
Just evening.
And there's still room.
There is still room, yes.
And so I want to register. How do I register?
So you can either go on our website, you know, you can click on our events page, you can sign up, you can register online. If you would, for whatever reason, have trouble registering, you can, of course, you know, call us, give us a call at 319-362-8500. If you happen to be in the museum, you can also come, you know, see me, I can help you sign up.
Ask for Sylvia. Ask for Sylvia. That'd be great. Well, this is so exciting. This is the second year we're doing this with Kristina.
Yes.
And I know she's very good because she not only teaches the class on language, basic skills, but even how to sort of survive if you're in the Czech Republic.
Yes, so, you know, it's not just a language class. She also exposes you to the Czech culture, you know, what to expect if you visit Prague. And a lot of people are planning to visit Prague, you know, this summer. So.
Well, I heard a lot of good things from last year because they said she helped us navigate, helped us to navigate in 4 days, and she gives you resources on how to learn more after you get through the class. And I think for anyone that's wanting some really basics, this would be very good. I know I just got back from France, and I had to buy a book for the basics, so this might be a lot easier than buying a book and trying to figure out how to say words.
Yes, and of course, you know, for the kids, she has these playful ways how to expose them. It, of course, can't be that structure just for the adults, and also there's.
Well, that's really great because one of the best ways to preserve our culture is to teach our young people. And by getting some basic language skills, what a fantastic way to preserve and maintain our culture. I think that's really great.
And again, you know, you do not have to be of Czech or Slovak heritage. There is always, we always try to tell people that kids, you know, when you learn a new language, it also, you know, develops their brain better.
That's right,
you know,
that's right.
You are better at multitasking and all that. So it is always great especially for kids, but also, you know, us adults to start learning a new language.
And the more languages you know, the better.
Yes.
And I think not only does it help in your thinking skills and all that, but also it helps you as you travel because especially a Slavic language like the Czech or Slovak, you can understand a few words and go to other stuff.
Yes, and especially with the basics, you know, you can pick up words and...
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Well, that's so exciting. So that's June. So
that's June,
and
yes, that's
get those
June.
dates. You want to give everybody those dates again?
It's again Monday through Thursday, June 22nd through 25th. And as we said, you know, the youth classes are 9:30 a.m. through 11 a.m. Then we have the online ones that are sold out now, but we still have spots in the youth in person, and then we have spots in the adult in person, which are 5 to 7 p.m.
Great. And if you have any questions, go online or call Sylvia. She's here all day, so every day. So let us know, and if Sylvia's not there, then they can even call me, and I'll fill them in. Okay. But I think this is great. So and now let's go into July. What's going on in July?
So obviously, you know, July 4th. Big birthday of our great nation. So we are closed on July 4th, just so you know, the viewers know. And our free first Saturdays in month that would take place on the first Saturday, which happens to be July 4th, are postponed to, you know, July 11th. So which is again good to know. So just so you know, we are not stopping our free first Saturdays for students series. So, you know, if you have kids home, you can always come and, you know, bring them to the museum. And so our free first Saturday for students is going to be on July 11th this year. And so another big thing that's going to be on July 11th is a special event that we have prepared for our members.
Members only event.
This is a members only event.
Okay, great. What's that going to be like?
And so this is America 250. So this is people who have been with us this year, they know that we have this series, America 250, Czech and Slovak Footprints across United States. And so this is again, a kind of that celebration, you know, America 250, a special member event. And so we are inviting our members to come join us for a glass of wine, to have a small bite, you know, while shopping the store's Christmas in July sale. And then, you know, we welcome them together with us for a special screening of a Smithsonian Channel series. So it's called America in Color. So these are old footages that have been colorized. And so the series that we're going to be screening is the part that we're going to be screening, that episode is called Coming to America. And so I watched that. It's 48 minutes, you know, so not too long, just the right length. And there's experiences of different nationalities, you know, coming to America. And these are old footages. So, you know, talk about even like old home videos. And they're colorized. It's very interesting, you know. And so we invite the members to join us. And then, you know, tell us your thoughts on the movie and share your own experience with us.
What a great idea in this year of 250, a celebration for people to say, how did their grandparents came? How did their, you know, my great-grandfather lived in a covered wagon for 2 years in South Dakota. That's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah,
and, you know, as we say, you do not have to be Czech or Slovak to come to the museum. And so this special event really, you know, gives an opportunity to people of all heritages, really all backgrounds, to, you know, share their history with us. And so when we talk about the America 250 and the 250th birthday of our wonderful country, our museum store has some wonderful merchandise that, you know, they have prepared for people. And so this is one of them, and it's our great shirt that says America 250, celebrating Czech and Slovak footprints across America. So that's kind of our theme. And so it's really nice. You see our museum, you see the Orloy, our clock tower,
Yeah,
you
it's
see
right
the
here.
Statue of Liberty. Then, you know, we have our special pin that Cecilia already mentioned. So that is a wonderful thing. Again, we have a special coin, I believe, you know, magnets, things like that. So really, you know, lots of, if you are especially, and people tend to, you know, collect the merchandise with the special anniversaries and all that. So, yep, you know, again, this is available at the museum store.
This is great. And this was one of our original designs by one of our staff
Yes,
members,
yes.
Martin.
Martin,
And it's
shout
really,
out to Martin.
and it's great because what I like about Footprints Across America, it means that, you know, from the West Coast to the
Yes,
East Coast.
yes, because we have, we have the bridge there, then we have the Statue of Liberty. So really, we're talking, you know, California through New York,
And that's where,
and
we're the heartland.
there were groups of Czechs and Slovaks settling all over the United States.
They were,
so.
indeed, yeah. They went wherever they had opportunity. And while you were talking, you mentioned the Smithsonian filming, this preview of this movie.
Yes.
Aren't we going to get some students from,
Yes, we are going to get 2 Smithsonian interns. They're going to be with us from June 15th through August 7th, I believe. So we are very excited for them to be here, you know, and experience our everyday life in the museum, work on their special projects also. And, yes.
Yeah, we've been having Smithsonian interns for the past several years. So we're really excited again now to have them.
Yes.
So what else is happening in July?
So that was our special member event. And again, this is for members only. It's July 11th. It's going to be from 4 to 6. So, you know, after the museum closes, we are still open that day for the members. They'll be able to shop the Christmas and July sale at the store and then, you know, enjoy sips and some bites with us and screen the movie. And so that's 4 to 6. If you are not a member, again, you know, you can go online, sign up for our membership, or again, give us a call at 319-362-8500, and we'll be happy for you to join us. And so another thing that we have in July, which I'm very excited about, is our kids summer camp. You know, and who doesn't love a summer camp, right?
That's right.
And so to stay with the theme for this year, the theme of our summer camp, and this is going to take place July 20th through 23rd. So again, that's Monday through Thursday, July 20th through 23rd, noon to 4 p.m. And we do still have some spots available. So again, you know, if you were looking for some meaningful way for your kids to spend summer and learn something about the history, and I worked on this and put together a very interesting program. So I want the kids to kind of, you know, learn about those Czech and Slovak footprints. And so we are going to have some STEAM elements. So when we're talking science, you know, engineering, art. I believe Eugene Cernan was mentioned, you know. So Eugene Cernan, he was the last person to walk on the moon. A lot of people still don't know it, but we are very proud of it. And, you know, so this happened in 1972, and he was of Czech and Slovak heritage.
I know.
So something, you know, I want the kids to learn about. So we are going to have our traveling exhibit for the kids out that talks about famous Czech and Slovak Americans. We're going to have our Orloy traveling exhibit, which is going to be something that they have not seen anywhere yet. So I want them to, you know, I want them to be exposed to all sorts of, all aspects of Czech and Slovak culture. So like sugar cubes. Did you know that sugar cubes were invented by a Czech?
And contact lenses.
Yes, contact lenses. Car's front bumper apparently was invented by a Czech.
Yes.
Yes. We're going to make our own little parachute. So parachutes. Stefan Banic from Vrbove, a Slovak, you know. So he patented the prototype of parachute that the U.S. Army used in World War I. So really things like this, you know, I want the kids to leave with their own Andy Warhol-inspired pop art piece also.
Oh, good. So, wonderful.
So lots of, you know, fun things to do, not just science, you know, we also have art there. So again, you know, if you're looking for a meaningful way for your kid to spend summer here at the museum and also support us, this is a good thing to do. And we still have some spots available.
And those dates again?
So they're July 20th through 23rd, Monday through Thursday, noon to 4 p.m.
So great afternoon and morning. And they can still be at home. Very good.
And so the snacks are included, the supplies are included, and we do have a sponsor also. This camp is made possible through Joan Chadima Memorial Fund and the support of FSB. And so we're going to have a themed shirts for the kids that they're going to get. And I heard actually from one of the parents that I talked to that the kids apparently love that. You know, they love their friends who went to the camp with them to sign the back of their shirts, and they kind of supposedly collect these shirts also.
That's great.
So we are working on some wonderful shirts that are going to have this 250 theme, Czech and Slovak footprints.
Oh, that's
And I'm
wonderful.
excited about
And
that.
what a great way to teach people, like you said earlier, of all cultures. That's great.
Yes.
You don't have to be Czech or Slovak. So that's really, July is filled with the America 250 and the children's camp. Then we move into August.
We move into August. And so throughout the summer, again, if we're talking about programs, we do have our Check 'em Out book club. And so this takes place on each third Monday of the month. And, so again, we're not taking break from this during the summer. So we have one that's coming up on June 15th, and then one in July, and then again one in August.
So if our listening audience wants to see what book it is, it's online.
It's online, yes. We have a list of books. We also have I believe they're available at the store in the front. We have little bookmarks that list each of the
Wonderful,
yes.
wonderful. Okay, great. So to cover the next 3 months, August.
So in August, we are excited about our Moravian folk art workshop. We're working on confirming the dates, but it looks like it's going to be August 13th through 16th. And so that's, I believe, Thursday through Sunday. So, and these are all-day workshops. So you sign up for 1 day and you spend the day with the Moravian artists. And so the Moravian Glory Foundation, they're working hard on selecting the artists right now, And so these are going to be from 9:30 a.m. through 4 p.m. We did take a short lunch break, so people are going to have opportunity to grab a lunch and stretch their legs. But really it is an all-day workshop. We got to work on lots of interesting things last year. And so if you did attend this workshop in the previous years, and you think, well, I've already been to this workshop and there's nothing new for me to learn. That is not true, because they always select a different artist from a kind of a different region of Moravia. So they always come up with something new. And so we are very excited to see what they will bring this year, and who they will bring this year and what we're going to be doing.
I'm so glad you said that, Sylvia, because I know this is the 4th year we've been doing it. And I think people say, well, I've done that. No, because again, the Moravian art and the Moravian in the regions of Moravia is very different.
Yes.
It's very colorful, and I know they do other things besides paintings. They do spoons.
Yes,
and
glasses, all sorts of things. And they take big pride in being from that specific region. So, if you think that Moravian art is just that one big Moravian art, no, they all have their regional, differences, and they are very proud of their regional art.
They are indeed.
Yes.
And the Moravian art in those different regions is striking, but it's all different.
Yes,
it's kind
it's
of
all
like
different.
So, and they do, the Moravian Glory does a really good job of selecting artists that are very popular and that, are very well known in that area. Okay. So then what a busy, busy summer it will be. And then we'll be getting ready for Brunost and maybe some other surprise activities with our Serbian exhibit.
Yes, we are working on getting our artists that brought the naive, the collection of the naive art that we have here from Kovačica, from Serbia. So if you have been here at the museum and had a chance to check out that exhibit, it is absolutely beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
It is just so, you can just stand there and look at the paintings, and the colors are just absolutely beautiful. They're just so bright. And so this comes from a region of Vojvodina and from Kovačica, where an ethnic group of Slovaks moved down to Serbia 300 years ago, and they still live there and they still keep their traditions. They were there. There is an absolutely stunning bridal kroj in the exhibit.
Oh, yeah, it's gorgeous.
Gorgeous, with the beautiful headpiece. I just love that.
Gorgeous. And one of the things that people don't realize is this community has existed for so long. And they have Slovak school, everything is in Slovak, and they're living in Serbia.
They're living in Serbia,
and
yes.
their artwork, they're not professional artists, but their artwork has become part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Yes.
World Heritage Pieces.
Intangible cultural heritage.
Yeah, because of their art. You look at it and you want to look at it again, because you can't you miss things the first time. I've been through it 3 times already, and I see something new every time.
Yes, and so we're working on bringing them here for some demonstrations and some book talks and things like that.
And so people should stay tuned to our website to make sure they look to see
Yes.
that when it is, and they'll be giving lectures, they'll be giving some demonstrations, and we're very proud that they're coming.
Yes.
They've been at the UN, and so for an exhibit, and they are here now, and I think they go to Paris next.
Might be.
Paris or
I believe they're going to Washington D.C.
first,
from,
and then to Paris.
Yes.
So they're really going to the major spots, including Cedar Rapids,
Including
Iowa.
Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So anything else, Sylvia? I know that's keeping you busy.
I believe that's it. Yes. You know, as I mentioned, we always love seeing people come to our museum, and again, you know, you do not have to be of Czech and Slovak heritage. If we're talking about summer is a great time for, you know, groups. So
Yes.
if you are part of a group and you are looking for a place to maybe take your group throughout the summer, our museum is absolutely great. So I just worked on a couple of group tours this week, and so, you know, we do have, we really welcome groups any sizes. You know, sometimes people ask, well, I just have a small little group. Absolutely okay. You know, we love welcoming you, whether it's a group of 8 to 10, whether it's a group of 60. And so we do have group tours that are available that are self-guided. You know, so we do offer a little bit of discount for self-guided tours. So if that's something, you know, you were thinking of, you can again give us a call. You know, schedule a tour. We do offer guided tours also that, you know, that people can schedule. In addition to this, sometimes they're thinking, well, I would like something more than just a tour. You know what? They can add a little add-on, our coffee and collage, for just a couple of dollars, really, you know. Or they can schedule, they can call us, and, you know, we can get a full course buffet-style Czech lunch scheduled for them also.
Right. That's a great point to make, is that if people want to come here from maybe another community or even from out of state, what a great way to have a wonderful Czech meal, and kind of Slovak too, sauerkraut,
yes,
dumplings, and pork.
it's roast pork with
and
dumplings,
sauerkraut, dumplings, and
yes.
kolache. So it's really great. So again, just give Sylvia a call or call the museum, and we're happy to fill you in, because there's never a dull moment, is there?
No. And, you know, if you were thinking of the meal, I always recommend calling at least 3 to 4 weeks in advance, just so we can let our caterer know also. And really, you know, once you know that date, just give us a call so we can make sure that there is no conflict with another bigger tour, bigger group in the museum. And
good point to make. And we don't forget about our orloi. We're the only orloi in the Western Hemisphere. And today I was watching 3 different groups of people at different times. I had to go out watching it. So it's really amazing. So thank you, Sylvia. And we'll see you in a few months.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
And we'll see you in a few months. And we will see everyone at the National Czech and Slovak Museum. And until July, see you then.
See you then.